And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks for spending some time with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team. Behind the meter, have you heard about this? The behind the meter, we're going to discuss that. What does that mean? You got data centers building these huge, these companies building these huge data centers to empower AI, crypto, and the like, and then power companies, of course, going to be raising our costs. Well, this is an idea that we could call behind the meter. You might want to call your congressman and let them know about that. Also, Dell, Susan and Michael Dell, $6 billion to the federal government donation to help these Trump accounts. How do they work? What is a Trump account? $1,000 for all babies born between 2025 and 2028. We're going to talk about that. And also, UK man arrested for posting a photo of a shotgun. We'll dive into that here on today's show. We've got Daniel White back in studio with us. He is our insurance expert contributor. We're going to talk with him today about stability. And, of course, we're all thankful that there's no hurricanes this year. And Progressive also recently gave $1 billion back to its policyholders, and they say other carriers are going to be following suit, so we'll get his take on that. He's our insurance expert contributor, SSW Insurance Agency on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, Andrew Thibault back in studio with us, Prescription to Kill. It's a true crime series on SalemNOW right now. If you haven't heard of SalemNOW, you got to check it out. It's kind of like your Netflix and your Prime. Cancel those two woke ones and go with SalemNOW. I've been watching a lot of their shows. Man, they've got one on there called Dragon's Prophecy, too. Really good, very entertaining, and it talks a lot about the end times and October 7th in Israel. I mean, they've got some really good content there. SalemNOW.com. Check them out online and check out Prescription to Kill with Kevin Sorbo, who Andrew worked with on that show as well, that 5-series docu-series there. So we'll jump into all those different topics here as well. And tonight we've got our party over at Crown and Bull. So if you haven't heard, it's Christmas time. It's time to party and celebrate and give thanks. And we're going to be over at Crown and Bull, 319 Main Street, Dave. And we always have a good time over there, man. Santa Claus is going to be there, I hear, too.
Santa Claus is coming, without a doubt. Make sure you show up there in your holiday gear. Get your picture taken. Appetizers are going to be covered by the Platinum VIP team as well. At 319 Main Street, downtown in the heart of Dunedin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be there. And it's a networking opportunity as well. If you want to see some of our expert contributors, come on out. Get that Santa with a picture with Santa, that is, as well. All right, a couple of hot listings. We'll jump right into it. We always feature our properties on air, part of a strategy to help our real estate listings sell faster for more money. 5729 Garden Lakes, Palm. This one's in Bradenton, Florida. Brand new listing. Just hit the market. Got a 2-2 here. 56 square feet, 55-plus community of Garden Lake. It's a well-designed space, abundant natural lighting, pond views, and access to a shared deck on the pond. You have a lighter color kitchen scheme there, stainless steel appliances. You have a beautiful enclosed Florida room there with glass windows framing the beautiful pond view. Great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. There's a clubhouse, fitness center, billiards room, heated pool, tennis and basketball courts, shuffleboard, and recreation trails. Great opportunity to buy real estate there on Garden Lakes Palm in Bradenton, Florida. I believe that's Manatee County down there. 9914 Ala Vista Drive in Gibsonton. One of my favorite listings. This is waterfront property, 1922 square feet, elevated stilt home at the end of a quiet street, large waterfront lot, access to the Gulf, and you also have an opportunity to bring your boat. 12,000-pound boat lift, 1,000-pound jet ski lift. You have RV parking as well, tucked away behind an electric gate, solar power on the roof, and a stainless steel galvanized standing seam metal roof, hurricane shutters, and more. Great opportunity to buy real estate. 9914 Ala Vista Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. And you can see all of our real estate listings and search the MLS at PlatinumMVPteam.kw.com. You can see all of our radio show contributors and previous show episodes at consumerqb.com. Is that one on the waterfront? Oh, yeah, that's right at $1 million. Yeah, Ala Vista. That's the one on Ala Vista. But Danny White, welcome back in, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, nice little break, man. Got away for the weekend, which is hard to do when you got little youngins at home, but I was able to, and went down and did some deer hunting. Went to the Bucks game, and yeah, good weekend. Yourself?
Same, but my kids are a little bit older, so you know.
Yeah. I got one of those too. Yeah, man.
Stayed busy. Enjoyed some family time as well. Broke away.
Yeah.
Let everybody take the time off and recharge the batteries.
Yeah.
And now we're back at it again. Hopefully, everybody got their Friday shopping done, their Cyber Monday shopping done, and let's get ready for the next big holiday.
You know, you take advantage of those times. I think we bought a couch. I don't know. My wife said, "Hey, that couch is on sale." Sure, let's get it. That sounds good.
All right.
But yeah, you know. So what's new in the industry, insurance industry? We're talking with Daniel White, Consumer Quarterback Show expert contributor, all things insurance related. His company is SSW Insurance Agency. Insurewithssw.com. What's new in your world, man?
Lots, man, lots. Well, we're finally out of hurricane season, so that's fantastic, right?
Thank God.
Yeah, man, it's scary, especially as an insurance agent. I'm always watching the news and looking and see where the next storm is going and stuff. So we're beyond that now. And I like to say that in the market right now, I think there's some stability going on. I've been doing this since 2007, and I've seen the ups and the downs. And right now, we're at a good place. There's multiple carriers coming into the state of Florida. There's carriers out there requesting rate reductions. So that's all positive signs, right, for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that, man. You know, I think just generally speaking, there's a lot of momentum in the real estate market, insurance. You got the taxes being talked about a lot by DeSantis and Blasingoli. And, we had Jay Collins, the lieutenant governor, on the show. There's a lot of positive things there. If we eliminate taxes, that would be huge shot in the arm. You have the potential. I mean, Progressive gave $1 billion back to its policyholders, and it said the article said something to the effect that other insurance companies should be following suit or will be following suit. So that'd be great if you could do that. And then gas prices now in 31 states, gas prices are below $3 a gallon. So I mean, that's going to trickle down into the food supply. Pretty much anything that hits a truck, is going to be hopefully coming down. So there's a lot of positive news, man. Yeah. A lot of positives.
If we could just get our beef prices down.
Yeah. What's going on with beef?
I don't know. It's crazy.
What's going on with beef prices?
I can't get a steak anymore at Publix.
Yeah. Join one of those buying clubs. We buy from, I've got my own kind of group thing it's like a group buying club. It's America First Patriot Store. But it's River Bend. Ships it right to your house. Pretty good pricing.
Nice.
And it's all
How
organic.
long have you been doing that for?
A couple years now. It's all
Okay.
organic.
All right.
Jim McCune is my business partner on that. But yeah, all different types of American-made products. So, you can buy, pretty much anything that you'd use in the kitchen, your bathrooms, type of stuff. So, yeah, we try to do those types of things. Stay off Amazon a little bit, and support American-made products.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
I'll touch on the Progressive thing, right? I don't know too much about it, but obviously the majority of these insurance carriers, I think in 2025, we had a rate reduction of about 6.25% overall in the auto industry, which is fantastic, right? Savings in your pocket. I like to tell people we get very comfortable with paying our premiums and our automatic withdrawals every single month. If you're a good driver, married, homeowner, stayed with the same carrier for the last 3 or 4 years, it's time. Call your agent. Call us.
Yeah.
Right? I'd love for you to call us, but call your agent. If you have a good relationship with your agent, stay with your agent, call your agent, and let them run some quotes. There's lots of new discounts, lots of new opportunities out there that you could be, saving some more money.
Let me ask you a question. Even if they have somebody that they worked with for years and, maybe, hey, it's a great guy, great person, who could be a family member, kid soccer coach, I know how it goes.
Yep.
Would it make sense to call someone different just to get a different set of eyes on it?
Well, first, I love the loyalty, right?
Right.
Somebody calls me and they've been with their agent for 15 years.
Yep.
They just heard, hey, you do a great job. Let's see what we can do. Run a quote.
Yep.
If I can save them $50, stay where you are.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. Now, if we could save you $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000 a year, let's have a conversation. Let's talk.
Yeah. Because there's different carriers that you have access to potentially. I'm trying to get to the underlying.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Some agencies may have 3 or 4 carriers.
Right.
We have probably about over 50 carriers between home and auto insurance and stuff. So it just depends.
Yeah. So it makes sense to get a review. That's what we talk about
100%.
as well when we have Mark Hay on the show. He's our financial advising expert. It's the same thing. It's very similar. CPA, very similar. Hey, get a second set of eyes on it. We've heard stories where people save thousands, hundreds of thousands even, because one guy's CPA wasn't looking at something that, you could have wrote this off. I forgot the specifics on that, but I've heard those stories. You can imagine being on a radio show host for almost 13 years now. I've heard several of those types of stories where, it's just a different set of eyeballs.
I've got to have a conversation with one of your agents, right?
Good.
Sent me his home insurance policy.
Yep.
Doesn't have hurricane clips.
Ooh.
If he can get those clips put in there, I could save him probably $1,200 a year on his insurance.
So what does that mean when you say hurricane clip?
So the clips inside on his wind loss mitigation report, inside his roof, he has toenails, right? Still meets the hurricane standard, all of that stuff, but he's missing a third nail. And there's a company out there that offers that. It's like $1,000, $1,200, depending on the size of your home.
Offers what?
They'll come in and put that third nail in, redo the inspection report, and now you carry that credit.
Yeah, and that you have that the rest of the life that you're in that home.
So instead of paying $3,600, you can go down to $2,400 a year.
Right. Yeah.
Why not do it?
I've heard that term, hurricane clips.
Yep.
So that is it the third nail? Is that
it's a third nail. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So there's a strap that goes around the truss.
Got it.
And typically they put in 2 nails.
Yep.
I think the state of Florida changed it. You had to have a third nail in there.
Yeah.
And so if they go in and put that third nail in, I mean, it's a huge savings.
Yeah,
as
it's
homeowners.
interesting.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So if you have a wind loss mitigation and you need somebody to look at it, give us a call.
Yeah, and talk to Jay Smith, A Snoop Inspection. He's our guy for all things home inspections. He's been a show partner for almost 12 years now. He's one of our longest running show partners. Jay Smith, A Snoop Inspection. He'll do you right. We're talking with Daniel White here in studio, SSW Insurance Agency, and we're talking about, of course, the insurance agency. First off, I wanted to get to this story because it's such a big key story here in America right now. So you got Michael and Susan Dell. Remember the computer guys back in the 90s? Like, dude, you're getting a Dell. Remember those commercials, right? So $6.25 billion gift to kids of America. And I saw this on one of the CNBC shows, I believe it was this morning. And, so what is it? Okay, so it's an account with $1,000 from the U.S. government for babies, invested in stocks and ETFs, tax-free growth until withdrawn at age 18. Now, who's eligible? Okay, so you got U.S. citizens born between 2025 and 2028. That's good for me. I got 2 of them that fit that. So thank you. Come on, give me some of that. All right, so you got no income limit. Now, must have a Social Security number. And then how do they work? Okay, so parents can contribute up to $5,000 annually. Employers can add up to $2,500 annually as well. Money can be withdrawn at age 18 for education and other qualifying uses. After 18, the account functions like a traditional IRA. I love this idea. Instead of, the birthdays, think about it. You got 18 birthdays between now and then, or 16, however you want to count, 17. Then, instead of buying this little toy that they're going to play with for a certain amount of time, hey, Grandma, hey, Uncle Joe, why don't you put $1,000 or, $100 $1,000 is a big ask, right? Well, hey, Uncle, why don't you put $100 into this account for him? We set it up. If all the family members did that, this kid's going to have a nice, bright future when they turn 18, Danny.
100%. I agree. I think that it's important that they are investing. I think that it's really important that they are investing in doing what they're supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah.
And if you can have an aunt, an uncle, a mother, dad, a cousin, contribute $100.
Yeah.
Both my kids, until this day right now, I'm like, hey, if you put $100 in there, I'll match you $100.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be working at 50 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to go travel and enjoy things and all of that stuff. Start investing right now. I think too many people don't invest right now.
And it can be done, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
I remember hearing Tony Robbins' story. He one of my favorite. I went to his Business Mastery back in 2009, I think it was, Business Mastery in Namale, Fiji, a great trip. But I remember hearing a story about him. But it was a postal worker. Modest wage. Back then, when the story was out, it was like $28,000, $32,000, whatever it was. But the guy's a millionaire. He retired a millionaire because of his discipline, and he put X amount of dollars into those accounts. And, of course, the what do they say, the eighth wonder of the world, compounding interest. right? So I love this site. It's called the Trump account. So if you don't know about it, ask your financial advisor or call the show. We'd love to talk to you if you want more advice on that, or if you want to talk to Daniel White about getting a review on all of your property casualty insurances, your auto, any insurance you have, any questions you have, reach out to the show, 813-917-1894. Save that number in your phone. Think of us as your consumer advocate, your local Google. You don't need to go to Google and type in all these terms. Just give us a call. We've got somebody for it. We've got mortgage, real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, title insurances. So many different ways we help you here. Tech experts, Second Amendment experts, 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. consumerqb.com. All right, behind the meter coming up. Quick break, right back. More with Daniel. Behind the meter, what does that mean? And why should you care coming up? Well, you got all these data centers being built across the country, and these power companies are going to be getting rich, and they're going to be, we want to get behind the meter. Let's talk about that. We'll discuss that when you got AI, crypto coming after your jobs, increasing our cost. We want to get behind the meter. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleanings, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast.
Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20 plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rimes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rimes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, we're in studio here with Daniel White. He's our insurance expert contributor. We're going to talk about this story on, relating to the electric meters, behind the meter, and the effects of AI, crypto, these data centers that are being built across the country. A couple of hot listings, then we'll jump right into it. We got the Weeki Wachee Marina for sale. This is a $3+ million listing on Shoreline Boulevard, 7154 Shoreline Boulevard. Weeki Wachee Marina. We'd love to get this one sold. And this is a great opportunity if you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you owned these types of businesses before. 3/4 acre lot. You're on the waterfront there and the Weeki Wachee River, access to the Gulf. Now, think about the income streams here. You have multiple income streams. You have rentals from John Boat, Kayak, Paddleboard rentals. You have dock space that you rent out. You also have a retail building where you're selling fishing and boating supplies, on-site ice machine generating income. And then you have an Airbnb rental, or maybe perfect for a live-in manager. And you also have an authorized Suzuki servicer providing the established motor repair business. So I think that's 5 income streams that I counted right there. Great opportunity. 7154 Shoreline Boulevard, Weeki Wachee, Florida. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Radio TV show experts at consumerqb.com. All right, Daniel, I'm going to play this clip, and because it's kind of relevant to cost, keeping costs down for Americans. We got taxes, insurance, of course, your principal and interest payments. But the next one outside of that is probably going to be your electrical costs, your fuel costs, et cetera.
We heard the governor of Oklahoma speak very eloquently at a Goldman event about behind the meter. And what the behind the meter program is, hey, if you're going to build a data center and you're going to immediately create amazing demand for the electricity, then the electrical providers, the power companies, are going to see demand go up. So the price is going to go up because they only have so much supply. So get behind the meter. The president could be the energy president, Pat, and reduce the cost of electricity for Americans right now by getting behind the meter programs similar to what they do in Texas and Oklahoma. So when the data center comes online, it doesn't get subsidized electricity because the consumer's price went up across the street because they...
Yeah, so the whole point there, I believe, and I know DeSantis has touted the budgets in Florida. So there's monies there because he says, there's naysayers are going to say you can't eliminate property taxes. Well, we have monies for those rural states, rural counties, that is, in Florida. So there's a big surplus there. Maybe that's another place to use some of that surplus money that he's done such a great job of cutting the Florida deficit or the Florida budgets and the amount of monies that was owed. So that's an idea to think about. Your thoughts?
I'm all about the reduced price.
Yeah.
The prices are a little crazy right now when it comes to electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane.
And it's a one-way ratchet. It's just like property taxes. It's only going to continue to go up.
I have noticed, I don't know the name of it, but I've received notices that, hey, we can set your set price for 12 months, say $200.
From the power company?
Yeah, from the power company.
Okay.
So I've seen it, but it's on one of my rentals. And I'm like, well, I don't have it rented right now. It's sitting there.
Yeah.
It's only costing me $70 a month, right? So then I lose on that there.
Yeah.
But, what's the average over 12 months
with
a renter in there, I mean,
yeah.
My bill's crazy. It's over $300.
Well, yeah. I mean, so you got AI, crypto, all these, Bitcoin, everybody going crazy over that stuff. But these data centers are such a drag on the overall consumption. They're going to be pulling so much power that there needs to be something done, especially before it happens here in Florida. I don't know about other states, but it just seems like DeSantis and the team there would have a plan in place. So I would think they do. I'll put my faith in them. Yeah, I'll put my faith in them. Final thoughts, Daniel White, SSW Insurance Agency.
Yeah. First, we want to wish everybody a happy holiday, safe holiday, right? We're looking forward to the holiday party here. But when it comes to the insurance, whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, business insurance, we just want to help out, right? We just want to take a look at it, see what we can do to make sure that we get the savings back in your pocket. We are open Monday through Friday. There's 5 licensed agents, and we are all willing to help out all the Florida people.
All right. Insure with SSW.com. You can find them online, also consumerqb.com. Daniel White, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, coming up, Andrew Thibault, Prescription to Kill, true crime series, documentary, 5-part series on SalemNOW with Kevin Sorbo as the main actor there. Quick break, right back. Consumer Quarterback Show.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rimes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Consumer Quarterback Show. Andrew Thibault in studio with us. Prescription to Kill. Really awesome true crime series, documentary, 5-series documentary on SalemNOW.com. SalemNOW.com. Check it out. Go on there and subscribe, and you get access to a lot of great content on there. Great videos and specials and movies and TV series. So we're going to talk with Andrew here coming up in just a moment. Quick couple of hot listings here. And then also I want to talk about this clip I heard from the Kirk show about this kid that they had. He testified, I believe it was in a lawsuit, where he's essentially, you ever hear big brother, big sister, right? He's the big brother. He's a 5th grader, and he's forced to read a gender-type book to a kindergarten kid. I want to play that clip for you here in just a moment. Before we do, a couple of hot listings. We like to feature our properties on air as part of a strategy to help our sellers sell faster for more money with less headaches, maximizing the exposure and the profit on the sale of their real estate. 5026 Mueller's Lane, vacant lot for sale. If you ever want to buy some land, we got about a dozen vacant lots listed here in Tampa Bay. 5026 Mueller's Lane, Safety Harbor. You got 3/4 acre lot. This one's in the heart of Safety Harbor, so you can walk to downtown, all the cool restaurants and bars there. You're just moments away from Felipe Park as well. Waterfront views also there at 5026 Mueller's Lane, Safety Harbor. Buy some dirt, build a home. Great opportunity there in beautiful Tampa Bay. Let's take a look at 12948 Twin Bridges Drive, Riverview, one of our top listings right now. Beautiful home, immaculate property. This one has owner's pride shining through. 443, 3,200 plus square feet, just under 1/4 acre lot. You have an open concept living room that features tray ceiling, oversized sliders that open to a large screen lanai. That has a conservation and completely green view there with the trees behind you. Triple Creek community is awesome. Also, you've got amenities including 3 pools, splash pad, 2 clubhouses, fitness centers, playground, tennis and basketball courts, dog park, and walking trails. Just a gorgeous home, beautiful property with a large 3-car garage there. 443. And it's 12948 Twin Bridges Drive, Riverview, Florida. You can see all of our listings and search the MLS at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can check out all of our show partners and see previous show videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel at consumerqb.com. All right, let's throw back to Jason Aldean right there. Welcome back in. Andrew Thibault, welcome back, sir.
Great to be here again, Brandon. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Give our audience a little overview of Prescription to Kill.
Yeah, Prescription to Kill is season 1 is available on SalemNOW. The promo code is PTK2025. That's Prescription to Kill 2025. And it gets you half off of a annual subscription to SalemNOW. So take advantage of it.
Nice.
So it's a 5-episode docuseries about mass shootings, and we really dig into, some of the causal factors that are involved.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I watched all 5. I kind of binge watched them. I think it took 2 days to get through them, but yeah, just amazing, man. Just really, really well done. You were the producer and director. Kevin Sorbo was your main actor.
Yeah, he was our host and narrator, so the face and the voice of the show.
Yeah,
which is great because we've gotten attracted a lot more attention to the show because of his collaboration. So
yeah.
We're grateful for that.
Yeah, that's super cool, and it's not just shootings too. It's like mass killings, right? Because a lot of these drugs that are approved through the FDA have some really terrible side effects.
Absolutely. Episode 2, we focused on a man from Toronto, Canada, who killed his 11-year-old son while on a medication.
Strangled him, right?
Yeah. And so that didn't involve a firearm.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of mass violence that happens that doesn't involve firearms, but every mass shooting does. So I don't think you can completely exclude talking about firearms. It is one of the factors that I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's such an interesting when you peel back the onion, you look at the institutions too. I mean, when you had the whole Chinese virus come across the sea, the world lost its mind, the lockdowns, and I just remember hearing, with this woke element of our government and of course culture. Wasn't it? I think it was the CDC. One of the websites, in plain English, it said something to the effect that men could breastfeed on their website. Do you remember seeing that? I think it was a CDC website said that. I don't know if it still does or not.
Yeah, and they don't call women.
Birthing people, yep.
Right. Yeah, that's not science. And I think one of the things that's really shameful about the medical community is you have a lot of these formerly very reputable organizations that have thrown in 100% for this non-scientific progressive agenda.
Yes.
And now they're trying to invent science to support these treatments, which are a boondoggle for the medical industry, whether it's the surgeries or whether it's the hormone treatment.
Yep.
It's big business.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be so interesting too to see how the midterms go if that party returns to some element of normalcy. And when I think about that, I think about a Joe Manchin type of Democrat, right? Something that's kind of in the middle, common sense, maybe even votes across the aisle sometimes, just because it's like, hey guys, let's tamp this down a little bit, let's slow this down. But let's go ahead and get to this clip because this was interesting. Now, you've heard of the term big brother, big sister. This is where you have, it could even be someone that's out of school, but they take a teenager, maybe a single parent household where the young boy just doesn't have that father figure. And then you have someone I've actually considered doing. I never did. I know my friend Bernie Jacques has done that for years. He's a local state rep over he's in the Largo district over there. Bernie Jacques, great guy. He's been on the show many times. But you have that mindset of, hey, let's help this kid along. Let's give him the right path. Let's show him the right way. Maybe kind of fill in a little bit for the father figure that he's missing. So this brings a whole new dimension to that. So this is a clip that I pulled from the Charlie Kirk show where they're talking about a young boy named Shay, and we'll roll clip.
And this kid, 12 years old, you would think he's a 55-year-old professional speaker.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
You said he gave a minute. I got a 37-second clip, so hopefully we didn't cut out any of the good stuff, but it sounds like it was a minute of just pure fire. So good for Shay, and here we'll play the clip, 2:55.
When I was in 5th grade, my school forced me to teach my kindergarten buddy about changing his gender using a book called My Shadow is Pink. The book said you can choose your gender based on feelings instead of how God made us. I knew this was not right, but I was afraid of getting in trouble. After my family spoke up, the school treated us badly, and kids started bullying me and my brother because of our faith. And the school did nothing to stop it. It hurt a lot, but I kept trusting God. I believe kids like me should be able to live our faith at school without being forced to go against what we believe. I hope no other family has to go through what mine did. Thank you.
Unbelievable. You think about something straight from the pits of hell. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. And I really feel like one of the pastors I listened to podcast, Alan Jackson, I think he was Charlie's pastor, Charlie Kirk. He talks about the spirit of the Antichrist has come over America, and it's partially due to the election in New York, but I really feel like we're here. Like this is kind of getting close to the end times when you hear these types of things. And then, by the way, how many other schools have done that? It's probably not just that one school, right? So they have this kid go in there, and he's reading a book to a kindergarten kid, planting that seed of, oh, you might be a girl or you might be a boy, the opposite sex. What's your take on that, Andrew?
Well, I think you nailed it. It is straight from the pits of hell. The problem is it's not a random occurrence, like you alluded to. This is happening in schools all across the country. Yeah. It's a very concerted program. It's a national program. In fact, it's a global program because these companies are multinational.
Yes.
So what's really remarkable about that clip that you played, Brandon, is that this young man he's basically reminds me figuratively of, you remember the Chinese man who stood in front of the tanks at Tiananmen Square?
Yeah.
It's like this little kid just standing up against this globalist onslaught of brainwashing.
Yes.
And he's just standing in there, putting his finger in the dike.
Yeah.
And his parents obviously have morals, and a backbone. And I'm just really curious to, hopefully hear more from this young man. I think he's going to grow up and do some amazing things. But imagine just how disproportionate that contest is between this big globalist machine and little kids. They have no defense. And if the parents are even a little bit checked out, like many of them are, whether it's on social media or whether they're, watching their latest thing on Netflix, right? A lot of times they use the Xbox or the PlayStation as the nanny, right? And increasingly, and prior to the the sex change industry, and that's what it is, an industry, it's a money-making machine.
Exactly.
We saw similar things with the 504 program and IEPs, and basically trying to diagnose children with all manner of mental disorder, rather than letting them think that they're, it's normal to be, however you are. It's not abnormal. Like boys, for instance, are a little bit more fidgety, so they're 6 times more likely to be diagnosed with ADHD than girls are. You have kids who are born earlier, just before the cutoff. They're essentially 11 months, almost 12 months younger than the other kids. That just makes them not as developed physically. Their brains aren't as developed. So they may be a little bit slower. So they get diagnosed with ADHD. They're twice as likely to be diagnosed with ADHD. And then they put them on these stimulant medications, which essentially are amphetamines in the same family of medication as methamphetamine and cocaine.
It's terrible.
So either the parents are kind of derelict and just overly trusting of the system, and then just, the teacher says, hey, I think your child might have ADHD, and so they put them on this medication, or it kind of plays into their own pathology. I think for many parents, there's kind of almost like a Munchausen by proxy thing, like, oy vey, woe is me, my kid has 4 diagnoses, and look at me, I'm such a good parent, and everything that I have to deal with. Right? And the other misconception is that there's a pill for every ill. Right? And if you just give your kid this pill, all the problems will go away. He'll take out the trash. He'll say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and do his homework and be very polite. And the world just doesn't work that way. But again, it's not random. Because Big Pharma has the help of Madison Avenue and psychologists to devise these marketing schemes. Remember the famous one back in the day, and I'm dating myself a little bit, Calgon, take me away.
I do.
Right? That's a thing to say, Mom, you deserve this. This is some time for you. And I think, who was it? Was the Rolling Stones had a song, Mother's Little Helper? That's maybe talking about Valium. Right? And so it's been normalized, this idea that, hey, we're going to help take this troubled child off your hand. And you alluded to it as well. A lot of these are families that don't have a dad present in the home. So it's particularly prevalent in young boys because they don't have the father there to help guide them and discipline them and show them what it is to be responsible as a male. So it's a big problem. These kids are faced. They're like Little Red Riding Hood skipping along to the forest thinking they're going to school, and the big bad wolf is in there. It turns out it's their teacher and the school administrators, and they're pushing this nonsense.
And that's the worst part of it. Many times it's a trusted counselor, a teacher, a coach, something along those lines where they don't know who to think, who to trust. And you touched on something major too, is the nuclear family. Right, we all know that's the Marxist number one target, is to take away that nuclear family, that father and that mother figure that both have those complementary, aspects of their personalities, the way that they treat the kids, the way that they're there for the development of the kids, especially when they're at that young age. So it's such a sad element that's in our country right now, and I do believe it is part of the spirit of the Antichrist. And when you think about I alluded to the other show that's on SalemNOW.com. Folks, go to SalemNOW.com and look up Prescription to Kill. Check out the movie that Andrew Thibault put together, or docuseries with Kevin Sorbo. But there's one on there called Dragon Prophecy. And he talks, Dinesh D'Souza is a great filmmaker. He's been doing really awesome stuff over the years. But this one just really hit home to me because it talked about October 7th and how that was a series of 3 different religious holidays, and to draw the prophecies of, it had something to do with the blindness of Samson in the Bible, and how they the first thing that Hamas did when they did that is they took out the cameras. So they, flew drones, took out the cameras. So there's the symbolism for the blindness. And then it was, a sneak attack and all that. But yeah, I really feel like it's the spirit of the Antichrist that's in our country right now. And it reminds me also of one of the greatest quotes by Aristotle, something to the effect that courage is the greatest of all virtues, because without courage, nothing else really matters. Doesn't matter how strong you are, doesn't matter how smart you are, but if you're a coward and you're not courageous and you don't stand up to these forces in our country, and even somebody, I've had people say, hey, Brandon, you're a realtor. Why are you talking about this stuff on your radio show? You're probably hurting your business. Well, I don't care. I don't care. I know that God, I know that Jesus is my Savior, and that's where I'm ultimately responsible for eternity. And He's going to see a way. He's going to make a way for us, and He has. We've been blessed with great deals and $1 million deals popping in my lap, and people calling me. But I've heard that so many times is, oh, you talk about all this stuff on your show. That's not really helping your real estate business, is it? Well, I beg to differ. I beg to counter offer that. Yeah, so quick break, right back. More with Andrew Thibault here in studio with us. He's producer, director, and Prescription to Kill. You got a code that you can utilize, PTK 2025, SalemNOW.com. Check out this really awesome docuseries, kind of a true crime series on SalemNOW.com. And we'll talk more with Andrew Thibault on the flip side of this break. Don't go anywhere. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my good friend, Brandon Rimes. Stay tuned.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation, aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online, WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com, or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. DavidReynoldsJewelryandCoin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at DavidReynoldsJewelryandCoin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. DavidReynoldsJewelryandCoin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net. For all of your surveying needs, land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com. That's ConsumerQB, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, 2547 Lexington Oak Drive. We got another listing here. This one is a townhome in Brandon, Florida. This one's 3.5 in a one-car garage. You got 17 square feet. This one has a EV charger in the garage, beautiful community pool, and a gated community as well. 2547 Lexington Oak Drive, another one of our beautiful listings from the Platinum MVP team. at Keller Williams Realty, always helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, investing. We would love to talk to you. Let's take a look at 15092 Southwest 14th Avenue Road in Ocala. This is kind of an interesting one. You've got Southwest 14th Avenue Road in Ocala, 2285 square feet, just under quarter-acre lot. You got a 55-plus golf-friendly community in Summer Glen of Ocala. Beautiful curb appeal there. Nice community pool. Check out that community pool, clubhouses, hot tubs as well. Great opportunity to buy real estate right here in Ocala, Florida. And you can see all of our listings and search the MLS at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can also see all of our radio, TV show expert contributors and watch previous shows at consumerqb.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Andrew Thibault back here in studio with us. And, I mentioned the name Dinesh D'Souza. What a great job. 2,000 Mules was one of the best documentaries that I saw, too, relating to the election. I mean, he really just broke down all the fraud, and you see the people coming up with the backpacks, stuffing the ballots, and, all of that kind of thing. But did you have a favorite from Dinesh?
Well, what I just really admire the guy. He's very intelligent, but as you pointed out before the break, that means nothing if you don't have courage.
Yeah.
So he's just, as a documentary filmmaker, he's had the courage to stand up for issues that he believes in.
Yeah.
He took some heat for 2,000 Mules.
Yep.
But people got to see kind of a side to the elections that wasn't shown by the mainstream media.
Right.
I'm interested in seeing The Dragon's Prophecy as well. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen some clips from it. One of the things I really respect about Dinesh is he has had the courage to stake out his position on Israel.
Yes.
Right. And as a fellow believer in Jesus Christ, I think it's important that we support our Jewish brothers and sisters.
That's right.
And that we support Israel.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of anti-Semitism, a lot of anti-Jewish hate.
Yep.
A lot of false narratives, misinformation, disinformation that's circulating, and it may not be popular to stake out the position he's staked out, but us as we get older, it's very important for us as elders in our community to set a good example for the younger people.
Yeah.
And I think Dinesh is doing that. He's using his own political capital to do it, and he's putting his money where his mouth is, and I love that he has that courage to stake out that position.
Yeah, SalemNOW.com. You can find a lot of great content there as well. Andrew Thibault in studio. Now, Prescription to Kill is his docuseries, true crime docuseries there with Kevin Sorbo. And, Dinesh does a great job. I mean, what a great lineup, too. Continued prayers for Dennis Prager. Unfortunately had that fall earlier this year. Of course, the late and great Charlie Kirk. I mean, we got Mike Gallagher in the mornings. Scott Jennings, the new addition to the lineup. He's on right before our show. Larry Elder, one of the best, especially when it comes to, the African American, the black. He was the blackface of white supremacy by the San Francisco newspaper, I think it was, or maybe the LA newspaper. But what a great lineup. Salem Media does a great job, and I'm proud to have our show right here on 860 The Answer, 93.7 FM. We do have our weekend show on 102.5 The Bone as well. You can catch the replay there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're approaching 1 million views now, so that's a big milestone for us. We greatly appreciate anybody that likes, share, and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show out there, and check us out on Rumble as well. Final thoughts. Back to you, Andrew.
Yeah, just appeal to your listeners to support Salem Now, part of Salem Media. They're really on the forefront of providing Christian and conservative content. Use the promo code PTK 2025 to get half off the annual subscription to Salem Now to watch Prescription to Kill and a lot of other great content.
Yeah, and it's very affordable as well. So awesome, man. Good stuff. Hey, another great show. Thanks for coming in today. Appreciate it. We had Daniel White on the front end as well for your insurance needs. And thanks to everybody out there supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show online at consumerqb.com. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And have some courage out there. We greatly appreciate everybody supporting the show. Thank you, and have a blessed day.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback. Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.